welcome everybody to ESChamp. What's up, Endersword?
I don't know, not too much. You?
Oh, just hanging out. You watching some Penguins play some hockey?
Yes, sometimes.
They're
Well, they
doing
don't
well?
now because it's the summer, but eventually
Ah.
they will do it again.
Yeah, I have no idea when the sports seasons
They're
are.
all
The only
training-
season I care about
training each other.
is ProBots.
ProBot season.
That is the
There's
only
three.
Well,
There's multiple of those a year.
there are 3 a year. So thank you for joining us on this season 2. But I lied. There is actually one more that I care about. The AIarena.net
True.
little tournament going on there. Go check that out. It's always running. That's where all these bots come from. And big shout out to you, the Crown Club, and everybody here watching ProBots. We have an exciting night tonight. Day 5, Endersword. We're scrapping 5 more bots tonight.
We are 5.
5? Or wait, I don't know where
4.
I got 5 from. 4.
4.
Where the hell did I get 5 from?
I don't know.
I'm making things up. We have a bonus sacrificial bot that we're just going to blow up for fun. That's what that 5th one is. Yeah, it's a Kaiser's bot. All right, so we have 4 bots that we're going to eliminate. That means we've got 4 best of 3s, and they are pretty exciting. This is it for our group stage, everybody. It all comes down to this. This will decide the top 8, the final 8, to go into our normal bracket, as it were. Who you thinking is going to make through?
Well, I don't know. Actually, we've got a fair number of uncertain ones. So I kind of think your favorite thing is the ace match, and I'd be surprised if we don't get at least one. So whalemean DominionDog, I'm not sure, just because I don't know exactly what whalemean's going to do.
Yeah, he's one of our 2 random bots. So
my tendency is to think that it's DominionDog, but I think it depends. It's random.
Well, he's been pretty aggressive, right?
Yeah.
Whalemean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been doing proxies and stuff.
Yeah. I think the only one that I'm for sure this is going to happen is Ketroc versus Spudde. I think Ketroc wins.
You don't think Spudde has an update to sneak a win in?
I don't know. I think it'll be close. I don't think it's going to be a blowout or anything, but I do think Ketroc will win. But the rest of them, we've got 2 randoms, like you said, and I don't know. I think we still really haven't seen Tier's Protoss. So
in
I don't
2
know
seasons.
In 2 seasons, Tier, who was traditionally Protoss, hasn't played Protoss, so I have no idea really what to expect there. And then FourGateBot against BenBot, we talked about last week and in postbots, but it's really going to come down to entirely, does BenBot do the bunker rush, and does FourGateBot respond to it or catch it at all and do anything different? And I don't know that FourGateBot adapts, but I don't know. So I think I think we'll know in the first 2 minutes who's going to win that one, but I don't know what it is before they start.
That's a good prediction. I'd agree with that. I think with the FourGate, there's not really a whole lot else to do. You just either FourGate and win, or you FourGate and lose. So.
Yeah, the only thing I could think is, so there's usually a couple units that get made at home that eventually go out to join it. So it depends on how they behave. If they have the ability to become aggressive, if there's a bunker there, or if they conversely have the ability to ignore the bunker, then that's if they just walk by it. If you just get 4 stalkers just walk by the bunker, then that also works. So it really comes down to whether that bunker's used and whatever. We'll talk about that later because that's our last match. But that one I don't know. Yeah.
We will see. Well, let's talk about our first match. We have got whalemean, one of our random bots. Again, author of whalemean, Sharknice, joined us on PostBots recently. That is a segment for our Crown Club, so go check that out. We record it the day after ProBots every week, and that means we're doing it tomorrow. So come swing by if you're in the Crown Club. But here is whalemean, and yeah, he's been doing some pretty cheeky stuff, if I recall. He's been doing some proxies and just trying to get some wins here, and he's made it this far, and I think he's got a good chance to take it. But DominionDog is really strong. DominionDog is every season feels like DominionDog gets a little bit stronger, right?
Yeah, there's not many cracks in there, and that's my tendency
solid play
be to say that's it. But I think whalemean potentially could cheese. That's about all. But I'd say Yeah, my bet would be on DominionDog.
Well, and keep in mind too, whalemean did 2-0 DominionDog in the first group stage, but
Sure.
there have been updates since
That's
then. So we'll talk about those kind of as it starts. All right, we got about a minute here, so make sure you all check out our Crown Club. Check out all the links below. We've got a cool videos page where you can see tutorials on how to make a bot if you want to get involved. And again, go check out aiarena.net to really get involved. They've got great tournaments always running there, and that's where you can qualify for ProBots if you're a new bot author.
That is where.
What else? Did I mention the thumbs up? Yeah, give us thumbs up. Did you thumbs up, Endersword?
I did.
Get us some visibility. Like the show. And if you don't like it, well, don't thumbs down. That would make sense. It would be so unfortunate if we just had one person thumbs down every time.
That person would be a terrible person.
Ugh, so
whoever they are.
No, but we don't. I don't know who. If anybody thumbs up or thumbs downs, we don't see it.
Who it is? I'm sure it's not Aaron. That's doing it.
Anyway,
it might be Aaron's evil twin.
Aaron he does have the evil twin.
That before.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, so it's not hate for me; it's hate for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, we are here. We've got our first best of 3 ready. Thank you all once again for tuning in to ProBots Day 5. 4 of these bots that you see tonight will be scrapped. Let's go ahead and dive into our first one: whalemean versus DominionDog. Let's go. Shark nices.
Whalemean.
Shark nices.
Whalemean.
All right, so if you actually click the dislike, it says feedback will be shared with the creator. If I undislike it, does it still get shared with him? So can I like spam him with? Oh, geez, I'm going to give people ideas.
I don't know how that works. I don't know how it works.
We are here on Hardwire, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it's okay. Bad press is how you get views, Drac. All right, you gotta sometimes
There's a thing on Twitch now too that never used to be that it says like, "Would you like to give feedback to this creator?" or something.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't used it. I was streaming this week because I was playing Autonauts, and
over Pirates.
I noticed it there. Yeah, Autonauts versus Pirates. Excellent game. Excellent game. But yeah, I noticed it, but I don't know what it does.
Zerg. Oh, okay. DominionDog sees it. He knows Endersword.
He knows
that whalemean has spawned as Zerg this time. So what did whalemean do? I'm trying to remember. He just did some early lane pressure, right?
I think so.
Is that pool's getting close to finished up here? Yeah, God, I'm drawing a blank. We've got quite a few Zergs that have been popping through, so it's hard to keep track of them all these days.
We do. It feels like 80% of the time randoms are Zerg.
Yeah, it does happen a lot, doesn't it? That happened to Tier last season.
Yeah, also a weird amount of time, random players are the same race both times.
I feel like the algorithm.
I keep saying, well, we'll see what he spawns this time. Hopefully it's something different, and it's never something different.
Yeah. Well, I get maybe it is just true chance, because if you force it to not choose that, or even make it a less chance to choose that race again, then you're technically rigging it. So that's not random at that case.
And you can never disprove randomness either.
Exactly.
It's whatever. I think there was an old Dilbert cartoon where they just got I don't know why, but I want to say it was a gnome that just started repeating the number 7, and they said it was a random number generator. But
I think I remember that one.
Yeah, well, you can't disprove that it is, because there will always be streaks. What's interesting, and part of my anti-fraud type stuff, is people trying to generate random numbers do not look random and can be analyzed and found to be fake.
Because you're forcing it to be random, which in turn makes it predictable. Right?
Exactly. People do one of two things wrong. They try and break up streaks, but streaks happen. So if you told people to randomly generate a series of coin flips, they'll very rarely put more than 3 heads or 3 tails in a row, but that happens all the time. But people will try and break it up because it looks weird to them.
Well, speaking of coin flips, it looks like whalemean flipped his incorrectly. He's got roaches. I thought he was gonna go wings, but that's right. He goes roaches, early roaches.
Yeah.
But there's marauders out.
There are. Those are
pretty
good at shooting roaches in the face.
Pretty good at shooting roaches in the face. I'd say they're masters of it. And they can kite as well. So these marauders, I think we'll be able to clean up this little, especially as they come in one at a time here. Single file. Oh, no, wait. Okay, he was just checking. Wait, what are they doing? They're like checking the third or something. Anyway, one's going to come up. Wow, they're going straight for the main. They don't even care about the marauders. Interesting.
It's probably not the thing to do.
Not ideal.
Now going to get trapped. So that did very, very low.
It wasn't a lot. Okay, well, actually, now more are coming down. I was like, that wasn't that many roaches. If he pulls back, it can maybe redeem. But, oh, boy, this is just going to be a roach slaughter. Okay, he does pull back.
Okay, now the pullback. That's good.
Yeah, stay back, pull back, wait.
You can recover from this with 2 bases, but it gets tougher as you go along.
The Hellbats are coming out, too. So even if whalemean does make Zerglings, they're just going to get roasted. Ooh.
It really helps that he hasn't gone for the concussive shell, because
that
would make it so brutal to chase all these down. But they are able to get away.
Oh, yeah, no, that would kill a lot more roaches if he had that. No, he's getting ravens instead. I like that choice. We've seen ravens so far this season. Pretty good. Have some. What's the word I'm looking for? Success. They're having really good success with some turrets, some nice placed turrets to kill tanks, and that kind of thing. So yeah, I like it. Even the anti-armor missile, especially against roaches, can be really helpful.
Indeed, this is a lot of roaches.
That is a lot of roaches. I like that. I'm glad he pulled back and grouped up.
Yeah, there is a point at which it still becomes troublesome. He's not he's not droning this up at all. He's also not using the larva from it though, which is a little bit odd.
Oh, he's not using all his larva? Oh, does he? Oh, well, he doesn't have the money to, because he's only saturated 1 base. So
indeed,
a little bit behind in that regard.
Yeah, probably could use some more workers to keep this up. So obviously the Marauder's great. The Hellbats in here, if there were any link, like the idea here is to be able to deal with both, but where it's all roaches,
actually, if you can get a good spot here too,
effective. Okay.
Yeah, they're not going to be very effective at all. Oh, never mind. They will be.
I think he could have.
Groups.
I don't even know if he would have necessarily lost that bad or at all if he had brought all those roaches in.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think he could have gotten a really good concave there and kind of forced them into a choke a little bit. The Hellbats kind of block the Marauders. It gets a little. But
let's see if he turns and attacks, because he's got this turtle up, avoid everything thing. He could, again, I think on creep, he could win this fight.
I feel like we saw this before out of him.
Yeah, he's not going to. Yeah.
I think this is how the first best of 3 between them went, where he was just way too passive and afraid of everything.
Yeah, I don't even know what the assessment here is, because I think particularly on that first engagement, maybe less so now, but really on creep, I don't think he was losing. So I would totally get it if he was massively outnumbered. We see a lot of bots do that.
Yeah.
I don't think he was losing the fight. So I don't know why it went into full-on turtle mode like that.
Yeah. Must be, even if it was just 1 number too high or something. It was just... Nope, out of there. Well, that will be a quick game number 1 to DominionDog, the whalemean random Zerg. And we actually talked to SharkNice, the author of whalemean, about this in PostBots, where there's 3 times the work involved when doing a random bot, because you have to... Actually, there's almost more, because not only do you have to account for... Yeah, there's 9 times, because you have to account for each race that you play, but then you also have to account for each matchup. So your Zerg versus Terran, your Zerg versus Zerg, your Zerg versus Protoss. So there's like 9 matchups you have to prepare for as a random bot. So it's tricky, and not all the details necessarily fall into place. We've seen that a little bit out of tier before as well, where, we've seen him do so well in the past, but then he gets Zerg and just doesn't make overseers or something simple like that. Little things that it's hard to account for every single scenario for. All right. Game 2 is loading up.
It is.
And we are going to crush a bot soon. I'm a little nervous for whalemean. I hope he rolls something other than Zerg this time.
Yeah, me too. We'll see if the randomness does work.
I think his TVP is good. He does some good Oracle play, right? Or no, that's I'm thinking of SharkBot.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
Although, I mean, they're the same. Right? Yeah, again, it's always confusing when it's the same authors, because Yeah,
Look
you
them up a
kind
lot.
of know what they have, and I mean, they can kind of incorporate the builds, I think, if they want to.
Hmm.
So if you've developed something that works well, you can put it in the other bot.
Yeah.
Yeah, provided that they're
That's
somewhat
how Zoe and Evil Zoe work, pretty
Yeah.
much, right? Yeah.
exactly. You just put on. It's literally the only difference is a line of code at the start that says add goatee, and then then he comments it out of Zoe.
There you go. That's how you turn evil.
That's what it is.
All right. Well, we'll talk more about them because we will see. Oh no, wait. We don't see either of them tonight, do we?
Mhm.
We see Evil Zoe tonight?
Well,
No, we
not
don't. No, we don't. All right. Let's go ahead. We're ready pretty much with game number 2. I like y'all so much we're gonna start it early. Let's go ahead and see if whalemean can turn things around against DominionDog. Let's go.
Team Dominion Dogs.
DominionDog.
Shark Nices.
Whalemean.
Ooh, we got his Terran. Wait, so does he hate it just in both regards, as playing and versus, probably?
I think he just says it every time.
Oh, did he say that about Zerg too?
I think he said that the first time, didn't
Oh,
he?
I missed
I
it.
don't
I don't
know.
know. I wasn't
Yeah.
watching.
I wasn't paying too much attention, but
We need to pay more attention, Endersword.
Yeah.
Now, and especially now, this is going to get aggressive. Looks like double racks coming up. I would imagine the second SCV. Yep, there he goes. We'll make another bear. So there we go. This is what I'm talking about. Whalemean being a little bit more aggressive, a little cheesy. That's how you're going to get wins here in ProBots sometimes. Some bots easier to cheese than others, obviously.
Actually, the first time, for whatever reason, he said, "Are you angry?"
Ah, there you go.
So I don't know. I don't know if it's race triggered or what.
I would imagine. Yeah, it just depends on what he spawns as. Maybe not. I don't know.
Mhm.
We're just making things up at this point.
Could be. So obviously, yeah, he's proxying here. We're getting the depot wall up top here.
Ooh, is that a third Rex?
It is a third one.
Oh my goodness.
My goodness, indeed.
Ooh.
We're getting a bunker built by DominionDog, which is appropriate.
Go, go.
So he senses something is up.
So I guess it's a matter of can whalemean get enough Marines out to bust the repair? Because I'm pretty sure DominionDog pulls for the repair. Actually gets up here. He could kill the working SCV. Oh, but he doesn't target it. Targets the bunker instead. That's right. Might get a little pokage here. Poke the SCVs to death. Ooh, okay. It's playing safe. Good.
Both get in nice and good there.
Oh my god, Endersword. That's a fourth Rax.
It is. This,
Does he think he's Protoss? What's going on?
I think he's running into a wall again. Particularly, we'll see. Although, was it him that did this before, where he kind of made something poked in, and then just waited forever, and then
I see.
12 minutes didn't DominionDog move out, and he
that was the FourGateBot did that with the stalkers. I remember that.
Well,
Maybe he might have done
it on that, but I think I thought it was whalemean that made like 40 Marines, and then just waited here, and then eventually when DominionDog moved out, went in for the backstab.
It feels like that is what's kind of shaping up here, especially with this random long distance mining to get just a little bit of extra mineral.
Then a base race.
Why would he go before that 5th barracks is done? So no, he's gonna bank up a big ball of Marines here. Yeah.
I think it's going to be a waiting game. So it's now triggered DominionDog's turtliness.
I mean, that's gonna be probably the best way to hold this, right? Turtle up, get a bunker for repair, get a tank out, which is gonna be instrumental to killing those Marines as they group up and come up that ramp. I don't know if this is gonna work.
I think it will.
You think the Marines are? Let's take a bet. Let's bet on it.
Whalemean wins. I think
DominionDog's gonna hold it.
Well, I hold what though? I don't think whalemean's going to attack.
He has to eventually, right?
No, well,
Oh,
not
he's
really.
gonna wait till Dominion
gotta
Dog
wait
moves
until
out.
Dominion Dog attacks.
Oh, snap.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Okay, well, if that's the case, yeah, whalemean absolutely wins because in a base trade, he's just got more Marines.
Yeah.
He can kill the buildings faster.
And he's got buildings in other places.
And he's got buildings in other places. Yeah, no, he absolutely wins a base trade.
I think that's what's going to happen. But
okay.
Let's see.
But if he doesn't, if Dominion, so my bet is if Dominion Dog stays defensive, if he stays at home, gets another tank, which I'm still waiting. We got 2 more barracks coming out, so that's nice. But
yeah, well, and you notice too, whalemean has not stopped making SCVs, just has not made another command center. So is long distance.
Oh, he is making more. Oh my god.
Is long distance mining with a full contingent.
I mean, if you're only going for minerals, is this technically the most effective?
Dominion Dog is constantly bracing for an attack that never comes.
Hold on, where are they rallied
over
to?
The bunker.
What's that rally? Oh no, the rally's for the Red Marines. Okay, yeah, here we go. Oh no, he took down the bunker.
Yeah,
but he might not push. He might just play defensive.
Let's see.
Sit outside.
See what he does.
He's pushing. He's done.
I anticipate a mild wait here.
The tanks are ready to go,
and then a move with like the 3rd tank.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that is going to be the better call to get a little bit bigger of an army. Oh, this is going to be big Endersword again. Dominion Dog in this season so far has not lost a game to whalemean. He went 2-0 in the first round, and here's the move out.
There we go.
There we go. I think that whalemean did this to.
Well, he's moving to the 3rd base position. That could be different. I don't know exactly what he's doing. Is he just swinging around?
Oh, what is going on? He is just checking here. He's checking the wrong way for a proxy. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's interesting. So this may be an adjustment he's made in the updates.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
By this. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll look at him in a minute. Here we go. It's going to be a big clash. Dominion Dog with the high ground. I think these tanks are just going to decimate a lot of his Marines. Actually, though, Dominion Dog's Marines getting a little bit too gung-ho. Will all die. Oh, don't do it, tanks. Keep the tanks
if whalemean knew... Oh, yeah, you can't go down there. You can't, no, that's good. This is okay range. This is okay range, but...
Oh, so now he's going to go. Nope, he's not.
No, brutal.
Oh.
Two Marines caused that to fail.
Brutal.
He was going to go in on the tanks.
Well, he can't see. Can he see the tanks? I thought they were up on the ramp enough that he couldn't.
I think they were too low.
I'll have to look at a replay of that.
Okay.
Hold on, do his vision real quick. I want to see if he can see those. Do Blue's vision. Oh, okay, so he can see that. Yeah. Oh no, wait, he couldn't.
He was.
Oh yeah, it's far more now.
Closer than that, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, but it's beside the point. Dominion Dog has pushed through, and he's got Stim on the way. More Marines. Oh, you lose, Endersword. You lose the bet.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. it was basically, this is a good example of like a specific update, because I'm sure Dominion Dog programmed this in quite specifically to say, instead of moving out, look around.
Yeah.
Because last time he just moved out. And you could see, obviously, the intention there was to do the backstab. And even without that, it almost, like, if it wasn't for the 2 random Marines that came in after, that triggered whalemean to act like there's a group of Marines again.
Yeah.
They were about to collapse on the 3 tanks and win, because it was like 20-something Marines to 3 tanks.
Oh man, yeah, that could have. If whalemean had just gone, that would have done so much.
Yeah, if he had just jumped forward, then I think he still wins.
All right, so Dominion Dog did get some updates here. Macro builds to counter the turtles. Let's clear them out here. Clearing enemy expansions before attacking the main. And adding a little blue flame for the Hellions. Okay.
Yeah.
Or for Hellbats, rather. So, yeah, maybe there was a specific little tweak there just to patrol around.
I think we could, I don't know if he's in chat, but to ask. But, I mean, that was pretty clearly what he was doing, was looking off to the side to make sure that he was. Because he knew, I guess it's a logical thing, too, because, of course, the whole reason he turtled in the first place is because he expected there was a proxy out there somewhere. Mm. It would be weird to then just ignore that information and attack, right? So if you think there's a proxy, at least look for it.
That's a valid assessment. And it paid off in his favor in dividends. He was able to catch the proxy, cleared up the entire Marine force. Yeah, what is going on with that army supply right now? whalemean does have a lot of macro going on. He's got a second base established. He's still long distance mining with his slew of SCVs, so he's got the workers available.
He's lost the SCV advantage. At one point, he was up more than 12 workers over DominionDog, but now with 3 bases, he's not.
It's because he lost some of the barracks, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, way behind on tech and everything.
Oh, everything. Yeah. Oh,
because I don't think he. To this moment, he has not mined any gas.
Yeah, run.
I mean, it doesn't-
Go the other way, Marines. Yeah, it's like Han Solo running into the stormtroopers there.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out. Oh, man, they're brave. All right. I think DominionDog, once he attacks, he should just be able to steamroll this. He's got a really nice army supply to 12 of whalemeans. See what I did there? Come on. Quit dancing. Come on. Go kill him. DominionDog likes to savor his victory, I guess.
Yeah.
All right,
I don't know
so.
what he's doing. It's almost like they're playing around in sight blocker that's not there.
Right? They're afraid to walk towards the dog. The dog is
That's
keeping
it, the
them
dog.
separated.
The junkyard dog. The dog from the sandlot.
It's a scary dog, man.
Yeah.
Can you can't even click on those things anymore, can you?
No, I guess not.
They took away that ability. So
It's
lame.
weird. It's weird.
Really weird.
Yeah.
All right, well, yeah, whalemean just kind of long distance mining. It does look like DominionDog will take the series, which, whalemean, you had a good run, but it means that you're getting in the scrap pile there, getting tossed in.
Yeah.
That was a good. He had a good run though. He
Yeah,
some
definitely.
really
Just
entertaining
kind of
game.
it matter of running into a bot and start trying the same cheese that you tried before updates were allowed. So, and it's such an easy thing to fix. Is if you get beat by that, you're not going to get beat by it again if you know that you're going to.
Well, I don't think he got beat by it because he was 2-0. So I think didn't he win the base trade still then?
Did he?
Yeah, because DominionDog.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Whalemean beat
I thought
DominionDog.
Whalemean
Oh
beat
man, I've been
Deepening.
lying this whole time to y'all. I read that so wrong. I'm dyslexic today. So
Yeah, because
I
think he won the
apologize for
base
the lie.
trade. Yeah.
Yep. So he did beat DominionDog 2 times
Uh-huh.
in the first week and then in the second week and then okay. Wow. Endersword. I think you need to take over. I don't know. I am not sober enough to drive or something.
It's all good.
Endersword, take the wheel.
Don't get a draft.
All right. We got another best of 3 coming up. And again, good job, whalemean. You had a nice run as one of our 2 random bots. Good job, Shark Nice. And we'll see him next season, I have no doubt. But to the scrap pile with him. Our production will take care of that. And DominionDog earns his place in the round of 8 to go up against. Oh, wait. No, I don't know who's going up against. We'll take a look at that before I start spewing lies. Because they shift around as they get into the round of 8. I'm being told by someone else, this is not my information, that he is going up against a micro machine. So, congratulations, DominionDog.
Like A1, B2, B1, A2?
Something like that, yeah. Because or else it would you would have Group A going up against Group A, like it'd be Eris DominionDog otherwise.
Yeah.
Which I guess they didn't technically face before. But A1, B2. All right, let's take a look at the bracket. We got a couple minutes here.
Okay.
Let's see how this works.
So the full flip.
So again, a reminder, we have done group stages. We have 4 groups. This is the last day of those groups, and these bots are getting filtered into our round of 8. So DominionDog gets shot down to the bottom there to go against Group B's Micro Machine. Excellent. -0? Yeah. Oh, wait, next winner is Evil Zero. Okay, so then Ketroc versus Spudde coming up next. Group B will then go on to face Evil Zoe, whoever wins that, who is from Group C. So it really shuffles them around a little bit there. So we'll keep you updated as this progresses. But ooh yeah, we've seen Micro Machine DominionDog before. That is a nice clash of Terran there. It's always a fun matchup. All right, I think we're about. Oh nope, we got to look at stats, Endersword.
Okay.
Let's look at these bots.
Let's do that.
We have Ketroc.
Yeah.
Going up against Spudde here. But here's Ketroc. Yes. With a nice win
Yes,
rate.
this is Ketroc.
Now he's getting a little bit unpredictable too.
He is. There's more things in there. He's done some cheeses.
He's doing marine proxies. He's doing. Yeah, he's really diverging from his turtley kind of planetary tank play, which he has success in both regards.
Exactly.
But
Yeah, it can basically win it a number of ways. And you do kind of want to have that flexibility of there's some bots that you may come up against and you're like, well, I'm not going to win a macro game here, so I got to do something else. So you have to have the ability to flip to that.
Get your votes in. Who do you want to win once it's up and running? I thought that was already up and running.
Given that
Last
I think a bunch of Ketroc people came over.
Welcome. Welcome, Ketroc fans. You're just in time.
He was streaming earlier.
And here's our resident potato, who has
Indeed.
also every season seems to be getting a little bit stronger. I mean, the ELO's in the 1900s. That's where the top bots are, Andersword.
It's true.
So
it's true.
Don't underestimate the potato.
Yeah. That's it. His ELO is just mildly pre-World War One.
Oh, you and your history jokes. Oh, I'm looking up stats here. Spud, Ketroc. You know your timeline well. I'll give you that, Undersword.
I try to keep track of what happens.
All right, so I do know Spud has had some small changes against his Protoss and Terran, so he does have some Terran updates versus Terran, and yeah, we'll see what he can do with that. Ketroc, see what updates he's got. Oh, are we ready? I'll talk about Ketroc's update as we dive into the game.
Let's go.
Let's go. Ketroc versus Spud, best of 3 TVT here on ESChamp.
Spuds.
Spud.
Ketrocs.
Ketroc.
All right, so yeah, Ketroc did get some updates as well. And here he is against Spud. And he did beat Spud 2-0. I'm looking at the bracket correctly this time. Ketroc did 2-0 Spud already in our first group round there. So we'll see if any of those updates that Spud has against Terran will come into effect. But Ketroc's updates, we're not gonna see it this game. He's of course doing Banshee, if you saw the little message there, but he does have a one base mech all in. He's got some tweaks to his Marine Rush. He's got, just little updates here and there to some of his builds that we've seen already. Able to detect blink. Obviously, that won't be a part here, but this should be a good matchup. I'm excited. Spud plays a little bit more macro style as well, so this.
Yeah, and I don't know what Spud's air game is like.
It's gonna have to be good.
It will have to be.
It's gonna have to be real good.
Yeah,
because Ketroc has some of the best air game there is. Undersword.
It's true. It's true. That's it. Ketroc was actually the original choice for Space Jam 2. He declined, and they went with LeBron James. Movie failed terribly as a result.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Also, I've been seeing failed is the new Jurassic Park. I was excited. I like Jurassic Park. It's like, all right, they're going to do another one. Dinosaurs take over the Earth.
Yeah.
I won't say any spoilers because I haven't seen it, obviously, but I just heard it's hot garbage. Chris Pratt doing his usual.
That makes sense.
Crap.
Makes sense. I haven't seen any of, I guess, the modern Jurassic Parks.
You haven't seen any of them?
There was like the 3.
This is the third one, yeah.
Well, no, yeah, but I mean, there were like the original 3.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
But then there's this, I guess, Jurassic Parks, but Jurassic World. Do they call it Jurassic World now?
Oh, yeah, it's Jurassic World. Yeah.
So those I haven't seen.
Okay. Well, the first Jurassic World's good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Second one was meh. Those are. Third one, I guess, is hot garbage. All right, here we are anyway on Hardwire in this TVT that is going to shape up to be a bit more of a macro game. So get comfy, everybody. But Ketroc going for the Banshees will assert his sky dominance, or at least attempt to, over Spud. So yeah. I just hope Spud builds a lot of Vikings or something. Even Marines not the best choice because the Banshees can micro against them, and we'll see. You'll see it. I have no doubt. Ketroc's speed Banshees, how they're always moving. They're always moving at max speed. So it's going to be really hard for Marines to do much unless they catch them on the retreat path home to repair or something like that. I don't know.
True.
We'll see.
True. Taking them rocks out.
Yeah, eat it, rocks.
Yeah. Punks.
I like. I actually. Maybe that's why I like it so much. I like to go rock hunting. It's fun to hit rocks with your little
Like to
rock
go
hammer
rock
and bust
hunting?
them open. Yeah, there's something satisfying about it, man.
I could see that.
Yeah, go hunting for geodes, or I found a bunch of little fossils, mostly plant fossils and
Ooh.
stuff. But
Are they dinosaur? You know, if the plant fossils or whatever contain any of the amber, you can start your own Jurassic Park.
I have not. As soon as I find amber, I will hit you up, and we're gonna make a Jurassic Park.
All right, we're gonna do it.
We're doing it. We're gonna
All
do
right.
it right this time too. Learn
Yeah.
from everybody else's mistakes,
That's
and
it.
not
I
hire
want-
Chris Pratt.
That's always where it goes wrong. You got to stick with Jeff Goldblum
Exactly.
because while he prevented none of it, he knew exactly what was going to happen.
It's like the soothsayer. He just knew.
And as far as I can tell, just
Smart man.
allowed it.
Well, what could he do to stop it? What's he gonna do?
I
Go fight the
guess,
raptor? Like, come on.
I just feel he didn't even really try. Like, he was going on a nice little Jeep ride, explaining to everyone what was going to go wrong, and never at any point was like, hey,
Well, he thought it would go
reconsider
wrong after. Or
after
something,
he was
right?
gone.
Yeah, after he was
Like,
gone.
let other people die. But I
Well,
don't-
maybe there's there's an allegory. It's never nothing bad's gonna happen to me until it actually happens, right?
It's true.
With teenagers speeding, with
But what
you
about
name it?
what's her name? Lena. The lady that played the vice admiral later on. I forget her name.
I don't
think
know.
it's Lena something. I wanted to say Alina Dunham, but that's someone else. But the other lady.
Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, get your votes in. Yeah, let us know who you want to win if you haven't already.
The
Got
blonde
9
type.
votes. In what? In Jurassic Park?
Yeah,
oh,
Jurassic
Sally or something. Or, God, what was her name?
I don't know what her character's name was. Laura Dern.
Laura Dern. There you go, Laura Dern.
Laura Dern.
Ay. I guess they all came back for the new one too. Wow, this is really going to be a macro game here. Ketroc getting a third base, has Cloak finishing just now for the Banshees. More planetaries popping up as well. And Spud is going to go for a little bit more marine Viking tank combo here. Even a Cyclone. Wow, he actually just drills down that Banshee with the Cyclone. So the Cyclone, a beautiful addition. And then, yeah, if you can get any shots off with the Marine, that's helpful.
Yeah.
And once Stim is done, maybe actually he can chase these Banshees down and do some work.
It's true. It's
Okay,
true. Although
okay. I'm believing.
Ketroc already starting with like a lot of Vikings, like 3 at a time and 2 Banshees at a time, and continuing to add on starports. So this is going to be pretty heavy.
Wait, they're saying no. Ender Sword hasn't seen any of the new ones. I've seen them all,
I haven't seen it.
except for the newest one, because I just don't care about it. Don't accuse me of that. I know my Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I love that. I was a dinosaur kid for sure. All right, Banshee's going to come in. Oh, gets the SUV just before the turret can finish. So he's going to be able to wreak a little bit of havoc. Cloak's done now as well. I guess he's got Scam, but did Spud ever get a Raven?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, he does. Okay, he's got a Raven.
Yeah.
Oh, another Banshee coming into the main. Nice dual attack here is going to get a little bit of work done. So 3 kills on the one that died on the left side. I think this one's gotten about 3 as well.
yeah, he's doing a really
Scan.
good job targeting the building ones, which are kind of the more valuable SCVs to get. because it's disruptive. 9 kills, not
9
bad
kills.
at all.
Almost got 10. One more shot on that Cyclone would have killed it off, too. But anyway, you were saying?
Oh, I forget. Oh yeah, that I always preferred the Godzilla movies.
Oh, those are good.
You know, it's basically the
those.
same thing, but a little bigger.
Wasn't that? What about like Cloverfield? Isn't that kind of?
Cloverfield, so weirdly I didn't like Cloverfield, but then I've liked the spin-offs to Cloverfield.
Oh, bye Banshee, or not Banshee, Cyclone.
Mhm.
That Cyclone was a little too brave.
Was a bit.
Brave little Cyclone.
like 10 Cloverfield Lane and Cloverfield Paradox.
I only ever saw the first one. Yeah, I didn't see it anymore. All right, 3 kills. So the Banshees are getting some work done. They're getting a few kills here and there. A few SUVs have died, a Cyclone, maybe a few Marines. And they're keeping Spud busy, but Spud is keeping pace, man. Spud actually has a bigger army, but that's just because it seems like Ketroc has been a little bit more focused on expanding and getting that economy just super, super healthy. Even getting the building armor upgrade, which is about to finish up. So all these bases that Ketroc's taken are going to allow him to just attack nonstop. And it will be up to Spud to try take a decisive win, I think, at that point, and get some traction of his own, or else Ketroc's just going to be able to throw wave after wave at him, you know?
Yeah, there's definitely a big clock on this. That there's a point here where you've got enough conventional army that because he's put so much in Vikings and Banshees, if you just move over decisively enough, you can win. But the problem is the way that Ketroc expands and makes PFs is it takes so long to do that once he's gotten up to like, what do we got, 8 bases now, that you can't decisively crush him.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just
Ketroc is looking good. He's looking healthy. Oh, loses a Viking, though. Spud is taking some really good attacks and stuff. I think that is just kind of shown in that army supply. Ketroc has lost like 4 or 5 Banshees now. Let's get a units lost here. 6 Banshees and 3 Vikings. So yeah, definitely doing good. Spud mostly just losing a bunch of SCVs. So it's not the best, not the worst. Ooh, gets 2 disables. You could get another Banshee as well. Even if he could get the if he could get that Raven, then huge. He gets the Raven. Ooh.
Yeah.
Spud is gonna try to make something happen.
Trying to do it. It's gonna be whether he gets bogged down at any of these points.
Yeah.
Because nothing can really dislodge him. Like these Banshees can't stand there and fight.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they don't
get close to the PF, then he'll be killed. And
will he though?
Chasing the Banshees. But
he's gonna start targeting down workers.
Yeah.
But he could what?
Yeah, he could kill off the SCVs, but that's not what he's doing either. So he's kind of both. He's kind of in both worlds. He was at the start till the Banshees came back. Then he focused on those again. Gotcha. So this is kind of what I meant earlier of like you can come in and do this push, but once you lose the Marines, you're going to lose everything on the ground. And it has to be an all or nothing push. You can't do it 2 or 3 times. The whole point is that you had an advantage and you have to use it. But killing the outer third base or whatever isn't.
This feels eerily reminiscent of their first.
It is, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Where he almost got that foothold and had a real chance. If he just kept those Marines back and let the tanks do their work, just protect the tanks from the Banshees. The Banshees weren't really committing heavily. They were really on the run. So yeah, definitely could have gone a little bit better, but a nice attempt there at a Spud. He's going to try to hold now, but I don't know if it's going to be enough with all the kiting potential the Banshees have. Actually, he's got a nice little squad here, Marines and Vikings. The rebuild potential was okay because he's got that 4th base on the way now. So, he's not dead yet. He's just a little bloodied and bruised.
Like he's fallen back to it. It's just that his economy is obviously going to be overwhelmed at this point. And now there is kind of more than enough for Ketroc to actually engage the army and pick off tanks and things like that.
Getting medevacs too, so the Marines are going to be hurt more. Ugh.
Yeah, it's kind of that classic situation. Different with Banshees because they've got a little bit more ground firepower, but that situation constantly you get with like Zerg versus Zerg of a lot of mutas come out and you're going to get harassed to death by them. But there's a period where if you've just made 30 roaches, you can just go kill them because they can't sit there and fight you fast enough.
Makes sense. Oh, those upgrades for Ketroc starting to get ahead too. He's got 3-3 on the way already, so he's already 1 upgrade or 2 upgrades up. Okay. I think Spud's going to be in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to try to hold a little longer, but that army supply vastly in Ketroc's favor. And Spud was just now trying to take like a 5th. Oh, and there it goes up again, trying to get it once more, but
it's hard to do and hard to kind of like, again, program in. But I think there has to be, because it's a kind of calculation that, again, human players make, is you got to know when you have to go for the jugular on something. And there are times when no matter what the economy or whatever is like, people dive for the natural and main because that's where like the production and everything is. So you sometimes have to say, I can't possibly put your economy down and then win economically. I have to go for everything and just take out your ability to make anything. And that's often how you do a comeback. Like you'll never get a comeback in a game by killing a 4th or 5th base. But you can get a comeback by like dropping the main or just storming the natural.
Yeah. I don't know, I think there was something too if he had maybe expanded earlier, kind of like Ketroc did, and just started taking bases, that he could have rebounded because his production was solid. You know, he's got decent production for the bases that he had. Even too, he was able to reproduce Marines and get some Vikings out to hold the Banshee counter. Yeah, if he had like 2 more bases, I think this would be a very even game still. I mean, because even that, Spud's getting close to 200 supply again, actually, which I'm impressed by. So he had some of the tools in place, just a little bit slower than Ketroc on the draw, feels like. So so Laura Dern was in the Star Wars movie. She was that was her.
She was the vice admiral with purple hair.
Oh
Admiral Holdo.
Well, whatever she was.
Yeah.
Who should have just done that at the start of the movie? Yeah.
It's one of the I mean, obviously, it's one of those things where. So, like I did link in chat. I did like a YouTube video on like the physics of it, but on why it could be okay for hyperdrive. But it's one of those things where in that universe, if you can do this, why didn't you always do it?
Exactly. Well, it's because shitty script writing is why.
That's shitty
They
script
think,
writing.
this would be cool, but don't think about any of the other things behind it.
Exactly.
Anyway, the Banshees.
Yeah, they're taking over. This is done. Yeah. But my theory is, and if I'm remembering on my own theory, because I did this like 2 or 3 years, is that there could be a specific size in which it is allowable.
Mm-hmm.
That given the way that Star Wars describes hyperspace and the hyperdrive, is that if you come near a mass, like a sun or a planet or something, then you're going to be pulled out of hyperdrive. Mm-hmm. And so you can't enter hyperdrive around that. But if something is not massive, it's not going to pull you out of hyperdrive. So what if there is a sweet spot where something is not massive enough to stop you from being in hyperdrive or pull you out before it, but is no mass enough that you ignore it? So it could be that if you tried to hyperdrive charge at a Star Destroyer, it's too small and you just kind of go through it because it doesn't pull you back into the real space. But if you tried to do it at the Death Star, it's way too big, and you'd be pulled out before you hit it. But the ship in that movie was about 60 kilometers wide and pretty big, bigger than most ships that we've ever seen in Star Wars, but less big than the Death Star. So what if it was just about the right size that as it tried to pull you out of hyperdrive, you were inside the radius of its mass? I love this. Yeah.
Rude. Easy. Ketroc with the BM mules there. We finally got to see them in all their glory. I like that. It was like synchronized, like the Olympics or the, they do an NFL shit, like the dancers all moving around from the top. Anyway, no, I see what you're saying, but it's...
That's the only way to me that it works.
There's no way she would have known that though, so she just got super lucky by that.
Maybe she's a genius. Maybe she.
No, she just got lucky.
Maybe she thought about it. Because I mean, somebody should know it. Like somebody obviously does hyperdrive calculations or whatever, so maybe they would know that. And then also, people were saying it'd be expensive to make ships just to crash them, but X-wings have hyperdrives on them. You could make if you could take out a Star Destroyer for a single X-wing, you'd do it.
Kamikaze, they were real, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and you could use it for, you don't need to destroy the ship. You just need to launch your ship straight into the command bridge and kill all the officers, right?
Exactly.
Assassination.
Which is already precedented in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
An A-wing goes into the bridge of a Super Star Destroyer.
There you go.
And basically takes it out.
There you go. All right, well, we've got game 2 loading up here. Thank you all once again for being here. One of these bots about to get scrapped. We've already scrapped one. We're shaping up our round of 8, and it's looking good. Spud's got to turn things around here. He has the tools. He's got it, and so he has the ability there. The Marines just get a little too gung ho. They need to survive.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. If the Marines had stayed with the tanks, or you pick a better, like it's hard to have the bots pick better targets in the moment, like situationally.
Well, that's where you just does need to just target down the base or something and just kill it instantly, because then all of a sudden the Marines aren't taking as many shots. Anyway, let's see what happens in game number 2 here. Ketroc versus Spud. Let's go.
Spuds.
Spud.
Ketrocs.
Ketroc.
Are we here? We're ready? Let's do this.
I think we are.
2,000 atmospheres.
Indeed. Ketroc has selected the same build. We'll see if Spud makes any adjustments, but I don't necessarily, think there's anything wrong with Spud's build. It was, again, the execution of attacking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, because he was ahead. He had a bigger army when he attacked. He had, even a decent economy to back it up and rally some more stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
So it really is just coming down to that first engagement. And maybe if you just attacked a minute sooner, right before Ketroc starts expanding like crazy, it'll slow something down. But we'll see. We'll see if he can get across the map a little sooner here or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think that too. Every now and then it does feel like Spud's got a chance.
Yeah.
Like he's just right on that edge. He's got really good control.
There's a window there in which something can be done.
Yeah.
And that's usually the way it is. Like there's a lot of these like glass cannon army compositions, and people always kind of set it as like a joke answer to people, or kind of like a get good sort of thing. But like when people used to ask like, how do I deal with mass void raid? The answer is don't let them get to mass void.
Yeah.
And the answer of how do I deal with someone making 9 banshees at a time is how the hell did you let them make 9 banshees at a time? What the hell are you doing?
You got to throw a wrench in the gear somewhere, yeah. All right, well, we'll see how this one shapes up. Reaper on the way. Just gonna come home. Go scout. Go do something. Do something, Reaper. You know what movie I just watched recently? It was good. It was weird as all hell. Sorry to Bother You. Have you seen that?
I have not seen that. What's that?
It's about a guy who's like it becomes a telemarketer salesman to because he needs a job, and I can't even tell you. It just goes down a deep weird rabbit hole, like Alice in Wonderland style, but weird. Check it out. It's really good. It's got Danny Glover in it for a cameo. It's got a few stars. No, it's really good. It's on Netflix.
Nice. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Terry Crews.
Yeah, Terry Crews plays
Stanfield. Yeah.
No, it gets. I don't want to ruin anything. It gets weird, but it's funny.
Stephen Yeun from Walking Dead.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, there's the starport. So Banshees will be on the way very soon. Huh?
Forrest Whitaker's in it.
Oh, is he?
I'm gonna check this out.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, I'm just looking. I pulled up the trailer. Is this? It said it was Annapurna Entertainment that makes it. They make video games.
Yeah. Well, is that? Yeah, they made Stray and Outer Wilds.
Yeah, and a lot of like very
what the hell?
Yeah. Well, that's what their logo was just on. So I guess so. But yeah, all their games are very like. Well, I haven't played Stray, but they're usually very like mind-bendy, puzzly.
Yeah.
Sorts of things. So that's cool.
Yeah, Outer Wilds it's one of my favorite games.
Me too. I still haven't played the DLC, but
there's DLC for it?
There's DLC.
What? All right, well,
I like 100% at the original game, then I haven't played the DLC.
Well, I love that you can go through your second. You can beat the game in like 5 minutes, technically.
Yeah.
If you know what to do.
If you know what it is, then you can just.
That's the beauty of it, is figuring that out. Yeah, no, it's really.
Yeah, Outer Wilds is super good. It took me so long, like, to really get into it. I think I played it like 3 sessions before I'm like, oh, okay, I get the core loop here now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
To answer your question, Ryan, yes, these are bots. Let's we'll give you a little preview here. So if you zoom in on the worker line, you can see some bot action.
Shenanigans.
Our speed mining here. This will prove that the bots, because no human could do this, right? That'd be hard to sell. But yeah, you can see they basically, to speed mine, you reduce or you eliminate the deceleration that is normally there. So normally when you're walking to the command center, your SCV will slow down just a little bit, drop it off, and then go back to work. But here, you can see all those clicks right beforehand. It basically eliminates that deceleration, so you can boo, 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 throw your minerals in the bin and get back to work.
Indeed.
Air and efficiency.
It's all about it. All about it.
Yeah, these are all bots. They micro better than humans. They basically do pretty much everything better than humans except for some decision making.
Yes, and they can't feel love.
That we know of.
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't express it in the same way we do, Undersword.
That is true, actually. Yeah.
There was a heart. That's it. He's
There
trying.
was a heart. That is
Their
true.
love is just different, Undersword.
Ketroc's love shines through.
Maybe you just don't understand it.
That maybe that's definitely been something people have said to me. So yeah. I agree.
Oh, Banshee goes down, goes flying, got no kills. That Cyclone. So yeah, again, Spud, early game has got this on lockdown. He's killing Banshees. Yeah, he loses some workers here or there. But on 3 bases, that can be, excused as long as you're killing those Banshees.
Mm-hmm.
He does. He really holds this initial pressure well.
It is true. Does do it pretty well, and they definitely feel anger.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah.
Pure rage. Pure rage.
They get that from their human creators, probably.
Yeah,
it's just one thing that will always get transferred.
Yeah.
Okay, Stim's close. Upgrades coming down for Spud as well. Ketroc looking like I think he's about to explode economically. I'm getting
that it is about that time.
It's about that time. Well, he's about to get a few more starports, I think, because you got to be able to make 9 Banshees at a time. Ooh, that one got 3 kills. Not bad.
It did. Yeah.
Oh, this one's going to get some kills.
It's playing out very, very, very similar, which maybe you'd expect.
Whoa,
yeah.
Get it.
If this one gets chased down, then that's pretty good. It stays barely alive, but he kind of senses he's still there.
I never understood. So I get it that if they get cloaked or they're out of range, even if the projectile's been shot, but if they don't alter their direction or anything, like, wouldn't it still just hit them?
You would think.
You would think. Like, I could see it like, oh, I cloak and then turn left, so then it misses, But if you just cloak and you're just moving in a straight fucking line, you should get hit. That's what I'm saying.
Need sight to blow up.
Well, you already shot, but the Yamato cannon, you can shoot that, and then you don't need sight for it to hit.
Yeah, I know. There's a bunch of weird projectile logic in.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like one of the ones where like a unit is recalled by like a mothership, and a spine crawler reaches entirely across the map to poke it in the head?
Oh, wasn't that on Fear Dragon's useless facts video or something? Yeah, I just watched that recently.
Exactly.
You can like teleport them offset or something.
Oh,
nice.
That makes
That helped.
Fear Dragon just did a video on the need for villains in esports, and it made me think, do we need villains in ProBots? Like, given that they're AI, is there anyone that kind of stands out as like the villain?
Well, we have Evil Zoe.
We do have Evil Zoe. That's a good point.
Does that count?
That's a good one.
Ketroc does some BM with mules. He's starting to get to the dark side.
True. And I kind of feel just out of sheer success for such a long time, Micro Machine was kind of like the target, the villain.
Yeah, but he has stayed, so true to himself that I think it's hard to call him a villain.
I think, although he made a point in his video that he's like someone like a Cyril eventually becomes a villain. Like, it's just like the Yankees in baseball.
Well, exactly. It takes time. You need to build that status. So it's like Mass Effect, where you do evil deeds and good deeds.
Exactly. But sometimes people are just like, I just want the winner to lose.
Yeah.
Because they like underdogs.
Yeah, it's fun to watch the underdog. All right, well, Spud's trying to push this back, and there's the big explosion you can see going on right now. A bunch of command centers about to finish up, and Ketroc's taking over the whole map, even taking this little base there, taking everything. And getting all the upgrades, getting the building armor, getting the servo, rotor, whatever the hell those are, and now the Banshees are going to start kiting. So this is already, it feels like it's already doing not as good. The Banshees feel like they're getting a lot more shots off this time.
Yeah, I think so, but a few of them are being picked off on the way. So, I mean,
that's
a bit of a trade-off here. That it's about thinning that sort of thing out. So if he's kind of forcing them to engage here, then that's good. Takes out a Raven.
He just needs to not dive on the planetary.
But that's what he's going to do, though.
Oh, of course. I mean, they're everywhere. How do you not dive
Well, he's getting more SCV. It's almost the exact same thing. He started going after a few SCVs, but then the Banshees came back and it targeted.
They distract, Well, and that's one of the things we've talked about so many times before. How do you choose how to commit? You know, if you try to follow something, you could just be following it to your death and never get them. But if you just stand there and change your target, that's what you get here. Is, you know, Marines getting slaughtered. So it's really hard to make that decision to follow and target something down, especially something on the move. But that's where I guess, just target down the base. Woo.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping because
Not
of the
going
layout
anywhere.
of the map that he would stumble onto the natural instead, because he didn't really have to go for that.
I mean, there's a planetary there as well.
Yeah.
So.
But now here the army will get picked apart. The thing that's so interesting about Banshees, and it's maybe a mundane statement, but it's a glass cannon that's genuinely glass because you can't see it. So very often, like things like void rays, it's just a matter of if you get the jump on them with the right counter, then you can obliterate them, and that's kind of the balance to it. With Banshees, with both cloak and speed, it also makes them really hard to get the jump on.
I was just gonna ask, did they get speed actually? I don't see the. They're not like
the rotor, but
they can.
But I don't know if they.
Can we see the upgrades? Did he get the? Usually they're like super bright when they get.
Yeah, when he's doing the thingy.
No.
Yeah, you got it.
You got it. Okay. No, that's not afterburners, is it? Or the
it's
that's the
it's
quick.
It's hyperflight rotors.
Oh, hyperflight rotor. Yeah, that's right.
And
Afterburners is for medevac. That damn upgrade coming in again.
Mm-hmm.
All right, no, this is looking very similar to the last game. Spud's barely hanging on. Has actually managed to get 5th base almost up. So that's kind of nice. The layout of the map kind of aiding him in that, I think. But there's nothing to stop these Banshees.
No.
I mean, there's Vikings, but they can't see them. So.
Once you get behind on it, that's it's hard to get back the air control.
Oh, Eris is the villain, I guess.
Eris is kind of the champion villain at the moment.
Yeah. Evil Zoe's up there. Evil Zoe's like is like the first henchman.
Exactly.
Eris is top dog at the moment. Oh well, Ender Sword.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, but I think we've got another bot for the scrap pile. As soon as this command center dies, I think it's all over.
Spud will be sold to Five Guys Burgers and Fries to be made into
that'd be a fitting end.
Home cooked fries.
Fill up a whole 1/3 serving of fries there.
Yes, exactly.
I do actually really like their fries. Of all the fries, they're up there. Good Times, I think, has the best fries.
Good Times? I don't think I've ever.
I don't think you have the. It's a Colorado.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There's so many like regional restaurants in the U.S.
We're already ahead of you, Ketroc.
There we go.
Yeah, he's trying to. He's working on his evil points and trying to get up there. So.
But he should learn more. You convert gas into Ethereum.
And then Ethereum into Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Do that.
Well, congratulations to Ketroc and his bot, Ketroc. You are moving on to the round of 8 to go up against who was it? Evil Zoe, right? Yeah.
Maybe.
Evil Zoe. Speaking of evil bots, you will be going up against Evil Zoe. And Spud, you had a good run, but you are going in the scrap pile. But we'll see you. I'm sure we'll see Spud again soon. Spud's been around a lot. Getting better every single year.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think going in, I was like, I'm pretty certain of the outcome, but that these would be close games, and I think that's exactly what we saw there.
Where's my ace match, Ender Sword?
I think
you promised me.
I think it might be this next one after the break.
You promised me. We better.
I think because if it's not the next one after the break, it's probably not the last one. So let's see if we get it.
I don't think we're going to see one until the round of 8. We'll see.
No,
we'll see. I've been let down so much so far. I just don't think I'm going to get it. I never get what I want.
You lost all.
What I do want is for you all to check out the Crown Club, because that's where you're going to get access to PostBots, our show after the show. We record that tomorrow night. If you're in the Crown Club, you can come watch live and ask questions. We do a little Q&A and we play a game, and it's a lot of fun. And yeah, check it out. All right, we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back. Who are we coming back with? You just said one of them.
Coming back with Tier and SharpenedEdge.
Here and SharpenedEdge, and then after that, we've also got BenBot and FourGateBot. So 2 more best of 3s for your viewing pleasure here on day 5 of PostBots, the end of our group stage. Again, this is so next week will be the start of our round of 8. So make sure you hit the like button, the little thumbs up, follow our channel, whatever you got to do. I don't know how it all works anymore. Twitch, YouTube, it's all the same. But thank you for being here on YouTube, and we'll see you in 5 minutes after the break with more games.
Yeah.
We're back, and we've got 2 more best of 3s. We're both hydrated and ready to go.
That's true.
Gotta stay hydrated.
I literally said I'm ready, heard a countdown, and at 2 picked up and started drinking.
That's right. No, I get it. That's why you got to stay hydrated, man. I'll take it. Take another sip. So good. All right, let's take a look at our bracket. We have got 2 more best of 3s. We've got 2 more bots to throw into the scrap pile tonight. We've got 4 bots left. SharpenedEdge versus Tier, and BenBot versus FourGate. What is this? Oh, this is our round of 8. And then the winner of our next match, so SharpenedEdge versus Tier, will go up against -0. So, that's going to be a tough one. -0, Eris. Oh, man, all these bots. Ketroc, Evil Zoe, Micro Machine, now DominionDog. Our round of 8 is stacked so far. Wow. Who do you think? SharpenedEdge or Tier? Who's moving in?
I kind of think it's still Tier, but I think this, like I said, I think this is the one that's most likely to be unstable depending on what Tier rolls as a race.
I think if Tier gets Protoss, I think he moves on.
Yeah.
I think his Protoss is solid.
I think so.
But you can't discount SharpenedEdge. They have both been around for a long time, have probably faced each other, a number of times.
Mm-hmm.
Can't off the top of my
The
head.
thing will be, and we were talking about like the number of matches and what you can program in. SharpenedEdge is one of the bots that can use pretty much every unit.
So, he was one of the first to do Tempest,
so
right?
It was basically the first to do any of the more like exotic stuff, like Templars or even Colossus or Disruptors or anything like that. So he can do all that stuff. So the question is, given that Tier is random, has he taken the time to properly program in for every race how to deal with all those kind of less used things? Mm-hmm. Do you regularly play SC, Andy?
Do I play?
Yeah. I don't
I'll
know
be
if
the
you
host
do much.
regularly. I used to.
Yeah, I'm more used to, but yeah, I made it up to Masters Protoss. I wouldn't be that now. Diamond something.
It's probably because I sound like I don't know what the hell's going on. That's just how I am.
I think he's just genuinely asking. But I'm not
Projecting them.
I'm not assuming judgment or ill intent.
I always assume.
Yeah,
I always
that's
assume
good.
that.
That
That
is
question
safe. That
usually
is safe on the
prefaces,
internet.
do you even play StarCraft, bro? No, it's fine.
It's occasionally you have to take things like on the internet, just answer them completely genuinely. Be like, no, actually, my mother was a school teacher and never a whore. just move on with it.
Surely you meant no ill intent with that. All right, well, we've got our next game just about ready to go. Get your vote in, who you want to win once it's up. SharpenedEdge or Tier. Again, Tier being our random bot. Now, these bots have gotten some updates. I believe both of them have been updated. We saw SharpenedEdge last week against Evil Zoe. And that was actually a good... there were some good matchups. Even though we haven't had any ace matches so far, that was one of the good ones. Definitely one of the better ones, I think. Yeah. We'll go ahead and... I think we're ready. We're just going to hop in 30 seconds early because I'm sick of waiting, Endersword.
We might be.
All right, can we do it? We're going to do it,
go.
ladies and gentlemen. Our next best of 3, SharpenedEdge versus Tier. Let's see what happens here on ProBots.
Team Infinite Improbability Drives.
Tier.
Infies.
Sharpened Edge.
You know, I did play regularly until like the last major update, so I feel like I mostly know stuff. I think that's it's about when I stopped playing regularly. It was about when they stopped updating the game.
About the same to me when it would have been after kind of they almost dropped support for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll still play now and then, but I play less seriously. Like I think up till then, I was still,
Well, I haven't played
ladder.
seriously in like 8 years, probably.
Yeah.
Since like 2014, maybe.
Yeah.
15, when I realized ladder is just awful and full of mean people that just bash you all the time.
True.
No, I got up to like masters, I think. Briefly.
Still.
Anyway,
Peak.
here we are on Berlingrad. Well, you better start playing because we're gonna have our bots versus humans soon.
That's true. That is
better
actually
start.
true. The times that I played the most seriously are right before we do the bots versus humans, because
Well, we didn't. Did we even have you last year? You weren't even on the team last year, or last season.
I play. Yeah, I think we've cast one of
yours?
mine. Oh, and I also played Die Star before that.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
But then I had to play a Zerg, which I am not. So I had to play a bunch of Zerg to kind of get used to it, and then tried it.
But yeah, make sure you keep your eyes out for that. You will be able to play against the bots this season in just a few weeks. We're already on week 5. That means we've got next week will be our start of our round of 8, and then after that will be the round of 4, right? And then finals. So yeah, so the schedule remains pretty much the same: 7 weeks of play, and then our grand finals. So good. Very good stuff. But yeah, check it out. We'll have links to all that in our forum and in the Discord or whatever. You'll be able to download and play against certain bots depending on who gets chosen, who wins, and who you can even play against. Some bots break, some don't do so well. It's hard to say.
And
Wonderful to have FourGateBot. That'd be a fun one to do. See if you can hold the earliest 4-gate possible, or the fiercest 4-gate possible, rather.
Yeah, again, knowing exactly what's coming, I'd imagine you could, but it would be but I haven't tried it, so it would be interesting to see. But I would think that you could just with like shield batteries.
There you go. Shade in and walk backwards. Go backwards. Oh, he's just going to stand in Marauder fire. That's fine. Marauders take a little more.
He'll make it.
That's fine.
And yeah, Chris, I think we will update maps as they get updated. Actually, Scarlet helps out with that. You'll notice the maps here say AIE, meaning it's the AI edition. So tweaks have to be done to the maps to make them playable. But yeah.
So we're currently, I think we're like 1 cycle behind or something as far as the maps go, maybe 2.
Yeah,
I can't remember. But yeah,
there was one season that we were fully up to date, but then it drifts off. And yeah, like my muse mentioned, there's a limit to some of the new maps use more than 3 levels.
Oh yeah.
So if you have more verticality, then it can't use it.
Yeah, definitely some things that have to be done behind the scenes, even just to make the bots play against humans, is a lot of work and all that stuff. No, I leave that for the smarter bot authors and everything. I just get to watch the games. It's beautiful.
We got a Oracle coming out. See how Tier deals with that. That might be interesting because we saw in last season, for whatever reason, Tier's Terran had no idea what a Banshee was.
No, wasn't that a Zerg? Or maybe, I think it was the Zerg. Yeah, I think it was the Zerg.
Yeah,
he was well.
Had no idea what to do.
Yeah, because he never built Overseers. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see if that's been.
See if the Terran can handle it. Well, Terran has scan, so that that already helps a little bit more.
SharpenedEdge already considerably up in overall supply and economy.
I guess he doesn't need scan for that. I was thinking for like Cyclone lock on. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's up in economy.
Yeah, it looks like he's moving to take a 3rd. Should get there now.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of the last year's. I thought there was a Cyclone. It's like, oh, he can scan, and there's no cloak here. Anyway, oh my god, he's getting kills. 2 kills. That's hot.
Ooh, that's
Look
very
at that.
high. Very
and
high
he gets out.
Very high for an Oracle, and we got a Void Ray to follow up. And it's hard to really, other than just kind of playing fairly generically, I'm not sure what Tier's going for exactly. It's neither super high economic nor super aggressive.
Yeah, just doing a standard bio timing, I think, and hopefully we'll get some medevacs, but getting in the Viking just to get a little bit of air control and to ward off oracles, it'll be helpful for that. Here we go, though. SharpenedEdge is going to come in with a decent-sized gateway army here. Going to be a bit of a class. Actually, it's quite a bit bigger than Tiers.
Did they notice the Widow Mines here? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Just skirting the edge of it.
I thought he was going to take one for the team or something.
Yeah, I think he's aware of them because the army backed off.
Get out of there, Oracle. All right, so yeah, stasis. We've seen stasis wards to some effect as well this season. Oh, the Stalker's going to eat the 2 Widow Mines, but that's it. Now the Zealot's coming in. No charge is done. The Guardian Shield helps out a lot, reduces a lot of that incoming damage. Watt's barely staying on the edge there, so some of the Zealots are getting some protection. He does force the Marines all the way back to the choke, but now I think is where Tier holds and pushes. Is able to push back.
Yeah, I think it'll be, does he get workers killed down on the low ground?
Knew there was going to be.
We'll just back out here, and I think around the right time to do it. So good decision by SharpenedEdge. And also the initial push in, I don't know if this was like intentional or not. The rate goes down, but the way that the Stalkers came in triggered the Widow Mines and immediately moved to the back and let the Zealots come in, kind of made those like harmless hits in a way. On the ones that took collateral, at least.
Yeah.
Because it didn't matter then. They never really got shot at, and they get to regen.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, better than losing the Oracle, but he did eventually. But we'll see here. There are Cyclones out now. I just predicted them earlier. That's what I was thinking. So now he'll be able to lock on and get a scan and take out those Voids or something. Well, I mean, if the Voids even retreat, so far they just kind of fly over the army.
I hope he kind of doesn't move in here, Tier forward, and will obliterate this. There was definitely not enough to even think about engaging this time. The key to that was having like 15 Zealots up front.
That's the aggression we need to see out of the Terran Marines.
Yeah.
And the Bio Balls. They've been a little bit tentative here and there, but Tiers are ready to go. That was a really quick jump forward to start killing.
Well, Stim wasn't done the first time, and now that it was, he's way more aggressive with it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. On the plus side, after this map pool, there won't be another one for a while. Yay.
Yeah, for real.
Thanks for that happy thought.
Yeah.
All right, Blink on the way, +1 coming down. Immortals even. SharpenedEdge, kind of like you were saying earlier, is just good at using everything. So we might even see some, I'd love to see some Tempest coming out. Maybe get a Fleet Beacon. He's got 2 Stargates now, so snap.
Yeah, Tempest is still, is always an option. Again, I feel like it got out of the meta a bit, despite the fact that it was never really truly solved in an efficient way.
It depends who you're up against. Yeah.
But it was at one point, like several seasons ago, it was absolutely dominating. But I felt it never got like thoroughly beaten, but it just kind of went out of fashion.
Yeah, that is interesting. You know what else I was thinking of that we never see are swarm hosts.
Yeah,
those would be so good in the hands of a bot for harassment and just forcing the army to come back, and you just get some swarm hosts on each side and just send them in micro back. You could be so annoying with some well-placed swarm hosts, I think. Anyway, here comes another engagement in the middle of the map. This time, Tyr meeting his foe head-on. Void Ray gets targeted really quickly. Zealot's trying to close the distance, but they don't have charge yet, which means the Immortal will also go down. And yeah, that was not a very good engagement for SharpenedEdge.
That started off looking really good, but then the way the army got pulled apart and like chose its targets ended up really weird. And then you ended up losing the Phoenix that were kind of caught in the middle of nowhere. It's the way that SharpenedEdge is kind of breaking up into pieces that's allowing Tyr to really take good fights.
Yeah, and it looks like
Tyr's
gonna just barrel through here, and for what seemed like a bit of a struggle for Tyr, being a newer random bot in ProBots. He's been playing with it for a while, but he's always been Protoss before, and this is his second or third season doing random. I think just his second. So already big strides from last season. Yeah, get the hell out of there, Marines. You've done some damage. That was good though, but surprisingly, it's still like dead even. So where is SharpenedEdge's army? I guess it's slowly grouping up here.
Yeah, kind of. I think part of the problem is it's been pulled apart a bit.
Yeah.
And now we've got ghosts on the map as well with the EMP upgrade.
Ooh, and nice. Yeah,
this could be pretty painful.
Good
also,
EMP.
Particularly for not just the army and their shields, but the Phoenixes as well, which are going to rely on being able to pick up some of the key units.
Yeah. Do you think he could ever pick up the ghosts and nullify the EMP? Is that a viable move?
Possibly. I mean, range-wise, it shouldn't work, but it
He's
might
probably want to get the
Yeah.
cyclones, break the lock on it, and all that.
Yeah,
Ooh,
he
this
had
is
a
not
couple
good.
lose energy. But yeah, he's just going to kind of charge into this and no real objective taken out here. And SharpenedEdge gets pushed back again.
Yeah, another good
SharpenEdge
engagement
still
from Tier.
with the slightly better economy, but now is losing the army edge. And Tier may just choose this moment to push back and see if he can get. Neither of them really like taking out bases or anything yet. It's just been the armies.
Yeah, it's very back and forth. They're kind of push into each other's edges of the base, but yeah, nobody can really break through the other effectively. And there's carriers. Okay, no Tempest, but carriers.
I do think Tier kind of on this one in particular, but before as well, got right to the point that he took all the zealots out and then kind of chose that point to go home. I think that's when the zealots are dead is your opportunity to jump on the rest and take it out.
It's like when all the zerglings are dead or something.
Exactly.
There's no more beef.
Yeah.
You can just
So I think he's got a bit of a window there with 3 carriers coming that could push the tide back the other way. Although there's a lot of Vikings out, that those could be jumped on and on top of it.
Hard to say. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, just lose the.
There's going to be a window here in which he's not very strong, just for like another like 30 seconds, because we're going to need interceptors to be built and these carriers to finish. And I think he's attacking in that window.
Ooh, might want to save some EMPs for something. No, you got good EMPs on all this.
Yeah, he's good here. If he crushes through here, he hit like the perfect timing right when so much was spent on these other big things, and they're not going to pay off, but he's got to get a lot done. Just the one base won't do it. He's got to find a way to really get in there.
Where are the carriers?
Way,
You need
though.
them. There they are.
Yeah. They're there, but maybe it's not enough now. He needed that little reinforcement army too.
Oh, loses a full carrier.
Yeah.
Wait, they're not engaging at all. The interceptors aren't
Oh,
coming
they're not
out.
even firing. Yeah.
Oh no! Looks like a
Well,
bit of a bug there. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Well, that's it. Game 1 will go to Tier. Wow, Tempest would have been better. 2 Tempests are coming out now.
Yeah.
Maybe they can kite and save the day here. There is a little bit of an economy for SharpenedEdge, but yeah, it's going to Tier for sure. Well, nicely done. The Terran build. The Terran rolling random. Rolls Terran in it. Works well.
Yeah, it just kind of wins on army composition and unit control more than anything, because the economy was kind of always behind. There's no particular like build or attack plan. It was just kind of a fairly generic but well-controlled army.
I like that joke. You could totally take that a different direction too. I won't make it dark. Anyway, good job, Tier. We'll take game number 1, and I think Tier can do this, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see if his Zerg. We'll see if his Zerg is any better. I wasn't impressed by it last season, but I'm sure there's been updates to all that. I was gonna say something else, but now I forget what it was. Nothing. All right, we're gonna get game number 2 loaded up here, and we'll see if Tier can seal the deal, or if SharpenedEdge will turn things around.
Indeed. I think this is your best chance for.
This
an
is
ace
my
match.
best chance for an ace match. I think.
It's your best chance.
I think if Tier gets Zerg, we get an ace match. If he gets Terran again, SharpenedEdge might be in trouble.
Yeah, it's funny because it could go either way. Like
could.
I think they could play that exact same game again and have it go a different way on a
It
different
was
map.
very back and forth for a while. That's a good point.
Like, because he could just as easily, like that very first push where he kind of gets pushed back into his main and the natural was exposed for a bit. Had that gone like a little better, then I think he could lose right then to just losing too many workers. Or on the second push where he kind of got jumped and nothing got done. Had he not done that, then I think that would work better. But we'll see.
I gotta say, Tier's bio control was really good. When you're gonna play bio like that, you need to use it aggressively, and that was good. I feel like that could have dealt with Ketroc's Banshees a little bit, kind of like Spudde was having a little trouble with that, just because his bio was not really making the best decisions or not aggressive enough, something like that. I can't. Hard to say. Anyway, we've got our next game ready. We'll see if Tier can seal the deal or if SharpenedEdge will turn things around and give me my ace match. Let's go.
Infinite improbability drives.
Tier.
Excuse me.
Infies.
Sharpened Edge.
Randomly getting Terran 2 times in a row. It's all random, folks. The Undersword.
Yo.
What did one muffin say to the other muffin?
What did one muffin say to the other muffin?
Nothing, because they're muffins and they don't talk.
That's a good point.
All right. Good luck. Have fun, Sharpened Edge. Let's see what happens here.
There you go. You lulled me into a universe
Gotcha.
in which I was accepting speaking muffins. I like the
Gotcha.
twist on it, where it's the muffin that reacts. Where what did one muffin say to the other?
And he's like, holy shit.
A
talking
talking
muffin.
muffin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, that's what you were expecting, and that's why I didn't do it.
it's good. It's good. It subverted the subversion, just like the movie The Last Jedi.
Yeah, I'd say my joke was about on quality with the writing of that movie.
It definitely was.
I was right about the same level of right. They should hire me to write movies.
Yeah.
All right, here we are. Oh, he's gonna slow down Gear's pace. That's a good start. There
Kabloom.
you go, Probius. Get some.
Mhm.
Get some. Here just sends another one to work. Doesn't even hold the funeral for him. Doesn't even care. SCVs are expendable.
They are. It's a shame.
Shame.
It's a shame. The suit is more valuable than the person.
Of course.
That's the way it is in late stage capitalist StarCraft.
Nope. Hey, but you can't deny its efficiency.
It's true. It's true.
Probius has got to get out of there. Will not get another kill at the moment. But yeah, we're just shaping up for another little bit of a macro-esque game. Should get a little bit more of that back and forth tug of war as we are in the same matchup. And yeah, we'll see if your assessment is correct. If this can go the other way. If maybe Sharpened Edge can make a better engagement.
There's always a few little things. Like I harp on the map making a difference, particularly because it's bots. But just little things. There's no ramp up to the natural, or like it's farther away. So that initial engagement into the army with like a couple widow mines out, one, they don't even necessarily have to take that path, but also there's not like a ramp right up to it. So he's going to be aware of what's there. Little things like that can totally change an early engagement and really steamroll it one way or the other.
For sure. Okay, we're gonna have our little adept marauder dance here. The adept gonna try to actually the adept could go up into the main. There's no real wall there. Instead goes behind the mineral line and gets trapped. Yep. All right, so now are you gonna shade up? Yeah, there we go. We'll go up into the main. Is there anything in the main to defend? No, there's not. So wow, already this is going pretty well for Sharpened Edge, getting a few kills. You know, nothing game breaking yet, but great start. Oh, get one more. Nope. It's going to shade out. Oh, might get one more down here. Wow, this is way more effective than the last game.
Yeah, definitely. He's like basically double the worker count there now. So
Wow.
certainly a better, stronger approach. He's up in the main. He's not even done yet.
In the words of Owen Wilson, wow. Wow. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, finally get the Marauder will clean that up. So nice. 8 SCV kills for one adept. That is
Very
usually
clean.
it's for 2
Very
adepts.
clean.
Crisp and clean.
Yeah.
And that's a great start. All right, I would like to see charge earlier out of Sharpened Edge in future
That would be
updates.
nice.
I feel like there were 2 or almost 3 engagements where he just didn't have charge and
Yeah,
just
I
takes so
think
many
it's-
more hits.
Yeah, it's because of his focus on the Stargates and not having the ability to get there. I think, again, he makes the Oracle. The Oracle is not worth nothing in this, but it's still not quite hitting that like cost-effective point where you're good for making it. So I think maybe instead of that, could sneak in the Twilight Council or something. But we'll see if this one does any better, particularly now that the worker line's starting out a little thinner.
All right, 2 kills is the record to beat in this series.
Okay, goes
Gonna
after the
get
worker.
1.
Yeah.
That's good. Here comes 2. What are the Marines doing? Marines don't care apparently. Like they did not get the order to risk themselves for an SCV yet because again, SCV is just not that valuable. or I'm sorry, SCV pilots.
Yeah, that's true.
You can always You can always salvage the.
This is
the remain.
definitely more effective. 5 kills. It could have been a lot more, but he was going after the gas ones, and it was messing them up. But still alive. So 5 kills for 1, particularly on top of the adept. It kind of has a compounding effect because
for sure.
If you're starting the SCV harassment, like it's 8 plus 5 is better than those individually. So yeah, I think that is much more cost effective than in the first game. So then we get this out. These widow mines once again will be in a nice central position out front. We'll see how they get engaged here.
We forgot to look at updates here a little bit too. So Tyr did get some updates specifically for each race, and he improved his early defense against air units. So that's why he's doing pretty good here against the voids and all that. Oh, but they're gonna have to get up that ramp. The Zealot's closing the distance.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Zealot's still doing a little better this time, despite the fact that they actually dealt with the Widow Mines a lot worse this time. The Zealots took a big splash from them because they got too close to the Stalkers. But here we're in a similar position, but again, slightly more workers have died, and there's less of an army left. So the Void Ray here may be able... He wasn't targeting Marines. Had he been, I think he could have just held that ramp.
Yeah, maybe. Well, another Void Ray comes in.
Zealots. Yeah, here you go. He may have. This may be exactly what I'm saying. Slightly better initial fight, and he just takes over the natural here and just wins.
Well, it's all about getting that flow. Yeah, getting that momentum. And SharpenedEdge has got the momentum. Even the Oracle coming in for a little bit more. He's got 7 kills on that. 8 kills on the Oracle now. That is one of our best Oracles we've ever seen on ProBots.
Yeah, so I think he's done it, and this is kind of,
Second
I don't want to say I'm a genius, but if people come to that conclusion based on exactly what I said was going to happening, then you're free to do so.
Well, you can't just claim to be a genius. You're a genius if other people accept you as one, right?
The only exception is Kanye. Because no one else is going to say it. He's got to.
Oh my god, that's good. Yeah, we won't go too much into that. But yeah, it looks like SharpenedEdge will be able to take him to... Oh my gosh, you were right. Ender Sword. It's my ace match.
Yep.
I didn't think it was going to happen. I'm sorry I doubted you.
You have little faith, Andy.
You're a genius. Bots spamming bots. Oh yeah, we got our love chat bot back. They just they like ProBots and they just want to share love. That's all.
This one will burn down in the sky up there. Blink is almost finished.
Watch it burn. I want to zoom in on it. Get in there. Can you go up? Oh, you can't go up any further?
No. It's the best angle we got.
That's all right. Wait for it.
Boom.
Bada boom. I love how the pieces interact with the map behind it, like the decorative, essentially backsplash behind it. Like pieces still interact with that. It's just so
they do. It's very nice.
Very, very nice. Realistic. All right, we have an ace match, our first one of the season. Everybody, wow, get comfortable. It's gonna be a long night. No, it's not gonna be that much longer.
No, probably not. The next game should be.
Next game will make it for us.
Next game could be one way.
Either way, our next series should end quickly, just based on.
Although it could be one of those things where FourGateBot loses and BenBot just waits 40 minutes.
That would be funny.
Because that happens. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll speed them up. Anyway, we do have one more match here. Now, this will be the decider match. One of these bots is moving on to the round of 8, and the other is getting tossed into the scrap pile. Mm-hmm. And this one should be good. We've got our ace match. Is it ready? I can't wait. I am just so eager, especially now that I can see the preview. I'm not going to spoil anything. But ladies and gentlemen, Tyr, our random bot, going up against SharpenedEdge, our Protoss bot. Let's see what happens in game number 3.
Team infinite improbability drives.
Tier.
Fees.
Sharpened Edge.
Your jokes are so borderline like genius, but also borderline horrible. Like you're just nailing it tonight.
I try.
All right, he's Protoss. Everybody, Tier has finally spawned as his powerful race, his inevitable race.
These two have had some really close, really almost tug of warish PvPs, but that was as Tier being the Protoss instead of the random. But I expect a similar sort of thing. But these guys have gotten into some big Zealot Stalker Immortal type pushes right down the middle.
It was inevitable, Endersword.
It
It was inevitable. Yeah, he doesn't do his Thanos quotes with random bot, I noticed.
No, I think he's almost. They've now changed the team aesthetic.
Ah, that's right. It's Team Infinite Probability Drive.
Yeah, so we dropped Thanos as the logo now, and it's
Makes sense.
it's the guy from it's a Magic the Gathering card, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So they went geek on us.
If your APM isn't over
Yeah.
99,999, don't even sweat. Y'all are funny. All right, here we are in a PvP, very mirrored matchup at the moment, or mirrored builds. First Stalker coming out for Tier, so Tier just a little bit ahead. He's got Warp Gate on the way, but SharpenedEdge has a little bit of a worker lead, so Tier actually stopped producing workers for just a moment to get some other stuff instead. So now is where we're going to see the builds start to diverge and do their own thing. Oh, do you think we're going to get up into the late air toss? I want to see some PvP air toss battles.
I think
Phoenix versus
that would be nice.
Carriers.
I don't know if I don't know if we will. I do kind of think it's going to be a mid-tier army push sort of thing.
For the mid-game strategies.
Mid-game like Immortal type.
I don't know. We saw
don't know.
SharpenedEdge getting up to carriers and Tempests, so I think that
They both can. I mean, they both certainly can do that sort of thing. I think, it's one of those things where it's always it's going to be different with the bots. Okay, there you go. Build air macro. So yeah, we may get that. It's a matter of transitioning in a PvP. Is that if you start off one way, it's hard to get the space to transition because someone can just kind of mirror you. So you have to get like an advantage to transition. But if you open that way, and okay, he's changed his mind.
So I actually know something because I finished reading the updates for Tier.
Mm-hmm.
Tier will not be going into the late sky toss. We're going to be kind of like you said, sticking to that mid game. At least to start. We'll see if it progresses into something more. It very possibly could, but 2-base Stalker build against SharpenedEdge specifically, which is what we're seeing here. That's why we're seeing a lot of Stalkers coming out and just Stalkers. So.
Yeah, it makes sense. And then if he's going with the Stargate opening, then that can be, even though Void Rays in a sense counter Stalkers, the same kind of applies back. They're both weak to each other in a way. It's only the beam that makes them good against the Stalkers, really.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he starts to make now that Stargate is done. And it's nothing right away, but he's lacking gas. So we'll see it right now. Yeah. There's the Oracle. And I don't know if I love that, but I don't know where. Yeah, he's going to expand behind it. We'll see how it does. I mean, it's been one of the better performing oracles that we've had.
Yeah, well, it depends on if the Stalkers target it down, because if they all decide to shoot it
and
down,
if they're just
dead.
moving out here. If they're just moving out, and then he's completely empty.
Oh, he's gonna catch him! Oh no! Of all the paths to take, oh, he does. He turns.
Yeah,
just in time.
No.
just too slow. I thought Oracle
was
faster.
indecisive in the turn, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
well, here we go. Guardian Shield gets popped. It's going to reduce a little bit of that incoming damage. Zealots actually pull back, staying in the shield. I guess that's, good call at this point. Yeah, you want to pull. Oh, no, just pull all the way back if you're going to.
yeah, if you're going to go back up, go back up. He can't come down like this.
Oh, Tyr getting aggressive. This might be enough to break through before the Voids can get in a big enough number for SharpenedEdge. You get 2 Void Rays here right now, and maybe it turns the tide, but if all the ground support dies, the Void Rays just
you need something with them. And
well, he's going to have a shield battery up here.
Yeah, that helps, but there's a limit.
Yeah, well, we'll see. It depends on if the Stalkers get clumped up enough. Yeah, no, there's just too many.
There you go. Yeah, there has to be something splitting them, even like a couple Zealots to push them back, but
yeah. Or a narrow ramp. A narrow ramp could have funneled them a little bit more, but this just allowed too many. I think Tyr's done it.
Probes too. Yeah, he's just got to kind of get into position and take out the shield battery itself is empty now too. And he will overrun. Yeah, good decisive choice here with the Stalkers. Lucky kind of cutting off that Oracle, and then the Oracle reacted poorly to it. If it had snuck by, then maybe you've got some backstab potential there, and you have to warp some in at home or something. But yeah, Void Ray's just a bit too late to get out, and you can see like even with the beam, kills 1 Stalker, but it's just not quick enough.
Nicely done out of Tyr. We'll be moving on to the round of 8. Yeah, and both these bots, again, have been around a long time, have faced each other a lot. Tyr has 6 top 4 finishes. He's gotten first place in multiple seasons. SharpenedEdge, though, also has gotten a first place and top 4 a few times. And, as the Harvester, had some great success. So both these bots just very well-rounded. And that's, I think, why we had such a great series here and why we got to that ace match.
Yeah.
They can both play a lot of different styles, a lot of different games, and nicely done. Tyr's moving on. SharpenedEdge to the scrap pile with you.
Indeed. SharpenedEdge just goes to the whetstone and tries again.
There you go.
Basically, it's one of them Ginsu knives.
Yeah.
That cuts cans and stuff, and it'll be back.
Ginsu knife? I've never heard of that.
Never heard of it. It's one of those infomercial all over the place.
Ginsu brand. Oh, look at those. It's like a steak knife. So, it's like a knife set.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good job again to all of our bots so far. We're not done yet, however. We have got one more best of 3. Let's take a look at our bracket, though. Let's see. Our last position available for our round of 8 is going to go to one of these 2 bots. We've got BenBotBC and FourGateBot duking it out for that final spot to go up against Eris, who is pretty much the top bot these days.
Yeah.
It's almost unbeatable on the ladder.
Essentially.
Pretty much unbeatable.
But, one thing that I think could potentially do well against it is a really fast 4-gate.
Yeah.
Because Eris often is like a bit greedy.
Yeah. So, a 4-gate could be the secret, but it's got to work against BenBot first. Let's go ahead and take a look at BenBot. BenBot's stats here and see how he's doing these days. Yeah, look at that high ELO, 1971. That's like tip top, tippity top.
Tippity top indeed.
He can roll with the best of them. He can rumble.
He's definitely gotten like consistently better. Does like a good early poke with the proxy and bunker rush, and then kind of defensive bunkers, defensive widow mines, things like that, and gets to the late game pretty much without fail.
Well, we've had some updates as well to fix minor tweaks and bugs, just little improvements on certain maps, adding logic to escape things like size storms and to target banelings and disruptors first. So a lot of little tweaks coming down, which, it's nice to see that, but you do have to remember with every update you make, it's a potential that you break something else. There's always a risk. And there's a bit of a, oh no, we're looking at FourGateBot now. It's like that crash rate's a little high.
Yeah, we witnessed that unfortunately in the first week. We had FourGateBot not function, but if you add the crash rate to the win rate, then it's 50-50. So if you just assume that it doesn't crash, then immediately you're ahead of the
pretty good. Yeah.
But an ELO of 1800, and I think it's very bot specific. I think on whether you fall to this or not, and we'll see if BenBot is one of those. And again, I'm not sure, but I think BenBot holds or somehow sabotages this with a proxy, but I don't know. I think we'll know fairly soon in the game, but
Well, kind of like you were saying earlier, how do you stop certain strategies? You don't let them happen. So yeah, if he could catch the 4-gate going up and shut it down, that could just break everything. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out here in our final best of 3 of the night here on day 5. One last bot to toss into the scrap pile tonight, and then our round of 8 is complete. And go ahead and get your votes in. The poll's coming up now. Who do you want to win? Either FourGateBot, our Protoss, or BenBotBC, our Terran. And let's go ahead and hop into the game right now. Look at that worker split. Oh, they always come into it too.
Starlets.
FourGateBot.
Glaciers.
BenBotBC.
All right, this is it. Ender Sword.
indeed.
This
And
is it.
BenBot is sending out early
Looking around.
TV. So yeah, I don't know if this is just the proxy scout or looking for. It's almost weird as a proxy scout this early because you can't
Yeah,
be over
it's
there.
nothing going to be over there. Yeah.
It's not possible yet. But either way, doing so.
Well, and the proxy doesn't come until later anyway when you need that forward warping pylon and the other gateway. So we're going to see a couple gateways at home first.
Yeah.
So the slow start here.
So I don't know then if this indicates though that BenBot is not going to proxy anything because the barracks is being built at home, and hasn't moved out to the other side. But yeah, I feel this is early, like almost maybe a misunderstanding of timing that he checked his natural before a probe could have walked across the map. So
Yeah, well, it slowed him down enough that now he's checking the outliers at a good time. I think.
And this is an interesting decision too. Okay, so a bunker up front at home, so we're not going to get the proxy, obviously. But bunker on the low ground is certainly more aggressive if you know that you're going to be 4-gated. Because one of the weaknesses that we've seen with 4-GateBot is not really being able to deal with the ramp super well, and very few bots are. So often bunkering at the top of the ramp is just poison to a bot.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. This position's not as good, right? Because there's just so much more surface area that the stalkers
and
can
he is
utilize.
going after this.
Oh, he's going to block it!
Down. So there we go. About 2 minutes into the game, I think we know the outcome.
And that's how you stop a 4-gate.
Yeah.
Wow, that positioning. What are the odds of the SCV being right in between that and the pipe? Because, had he been attacking from anywhere else, the probe would have built it. Wow.
Yes, I don't know what the adaptation is now.
Is there even another worker coming across? I don't think there is.
I don't know, because I think to some extent, maybe not even to some extent.
What are the odds of that happening?
Pretty, yeah. I mean,
Like,
probably possibly low enough that there's not really a backup plan.
There's not an accounting for it, essentially. Yeah. Wow. Did that just break 4-GateBot? It's now 3-GateBot.
Well, this is the 4th gate building. There's one by the Nexus, but
Was there? Oh, okay. Oh, I thought because the 4th usually comes up at the front.
yeah, but there's no proxy pylon.
Gotcha.
So that's
so
a big change. So it will still be a 4-gate, but it will not be a fast one because the enemy's completely over here.
That's pretty big. That's going to give BenBot a lot more time, I think.
Yeah,
to be able to get up another bunker. Another bunker's on the way. Tank is on the way as well.
Tank. There's already a widow mine down there.
Oh man,
there's a lot of things that are going to be disruptive to this. So some of it's going to come down to control.
Yeah, it's still going to be really hard to hold.
Yeah, a lot of stalkers are still going to blow through a bunker if they're allowed to. And we've often seen positions where a tank should hold something and they don't because the tank just acts all derpy. But I think BenBots don't do that. I think they tend to be sieged and they stay sieged.
This
And
little
that's-
bunker position, this is BenBot's bread and butter. This is we have seen this work to his advantage a lot.
Yeah.
So
it's really
and
good.
this is solid. This is a good setup.
Yeah, the double widow mine. I think in this case too, the turret up front could draw some fire before even the bunker gets it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what his repair time is. Like a couple volleys from this many stalkers can just blast down a bunker, but then will she target the tank properly? I think if you walk in, it's got to be bam tank.
The tank first? I think the tank's too far back. I think we're gonna try to see the stalkers trying to pull back.
Yeah,
get out of
what I'm
range,
saying. The turret there drawing some early fire and allowing like 3 or 4. But I think here it had to.
Oh, the SCVs! Oh, they get there in time. Plenty of repair. Oh, they actually disengaged though and let it die. But there is a second bunker and still one widow mine. I think BenBot's help.
Yeah, I think so too. Although,
wow. Well, more
but
coming
again,
in. Yeah,
the choice to not do tank. I think it had to be tank because tank you can do pop. Even if they all get in range, a single shot kills the tank. Doesn't kill the bunker.
Yeah.
So now coming in with more. It's not over yet because now the position is a bit weaker. Some of the stuff being built here, like Hellions, they're not helping anything. So if she can accumulate up again, then that's good. But the fact that she's just attacking the first thing she sees.
Yeah. Well, that's a
problem.
positioning problem too. Is like you were saying, it's so far out here, and she's getting a little clumped up on the ramp. That the stalkers are just taking free shots from this tank. So, wow, good positioning. I think BenBot's got this, man.
Yeah, I think this is a hold. Forward widow mine here will get taken out.
All right. I know there's nothing breaking through here anytime soon. The SCV repair is pretty good. There's even another bunker up now behind that tank. Zealots are out, but they've got 2 widow mines to get through just to even get to this tank. And boom, there it goes. Oh, a 3rd widow mine coming out.
Yeah, this one will get down now, although it's just chasing the army, so maybe it won't. Yeah, just suicided a bit, but that's okay.
Ooh, boy. I don't even know what to say now. Look at the production tab. We're about to have battle cruisers on the way, Undersword.
We are, indeed.
That's
I
it.
think little tweaks to just the way FourGateBot controls the army is really important because the whole idea of like this sort of thing is to overwhelm with the army. But if you they're essentially a-moving.
Yeah, there's no concave. They need to spread out into a nice arc and then attack in.
Exactly, or walk in. Like when you come in with an overwhelming force, it's often the stutter step forward fire right into danger. But that's the way that you take out a position.
I know these stalkers being a little bit tentative. We've seen some bots struggle with committing today and just diving in when they should. We've seen other bots do it with success.
And I think it's the philosophy of like when you cheese or something like that and you're supposed to have an early timing attack, it's always just asking yourself, am I going to be better a minute from now?
Yeah.
And no, usually your opponent's going to be way better a minute from now. So even if I'm in a bad position now, it's going to be worse a minute later. So don't wait. You have to just go.
All right, well, we could probably fast forward. I do believe this is kind of like you predicted. We're either going to have a really quick game or we're going to have BenBot bunkering up. Oh, there's the BC teleport. Starting to slaughter them probes. And yeah, this will absolutely seal the deal here. All right.
Yeah. So we'll see if this goes again. See if we don't get that pylon block. Because it was fairly tight. If you imagine that instead of walking everything across the map, it got warped in at the close pylon, then
maybe you're there before the second bunker's up.
Yeah, or that turret is finished or whatever it was. Yeah. Or
I think the map layout and positioning does play a big part in this.
Yeah.
Or especially in that match, how that kind of worked out. But yeah, we'll see. We're gonna get game number 2 loaded up here, and maybe FourGateBot can turn things around because it is, again, a very quick and powerful FourGate. If you are not ready and pretty much perfectly positioned, kind of like BenBot was, then you can easily just get steamrolled by a giant ball of stalkers. We saw it a couple of weeks ago. Who fell to FourGateBot? Bound by the Kala.
Yeah.
Got a little bit crushed by it there. But we'll see here in game number 2, if BenBot can seal the deal and secure that last position in the round of 8, or if FourGateBot will give me yet another ace match, that would be nice. I wouldn't mind that at all. All right, let's go ahead and go. Game number 3 or 2, whatever it is. Game 2. Let's go.
Scarlets.
FourGateBot.
Glaciers.
BenBotBC.
I'm watching. We're here.
We got the peek around here by BenBot yet again. And going for the barracks back home. And again, map-wise, we've got a similar difference that we've had before, that the ramp is further away, like getting up to the high ground is farther away than the natural. So you're already on the same plane.
Can we see? I want to go to BenBot's side. I want to look at where the stalkers push in. So now, okay, so imagine big stalker ball. I think this positioning already is a little better.
Yeah.
Because they're not coming right up a ramp into tank fire.
Yeah, it's not up a ramp.
There's
They're
more
gonna be
space
able
to
see
maneuver.
what's going on. Yeah,
They'll
they're
be
going
able
to be.
to scooch
Yeah.
better.
And I don't know which side she's going to attempt to put the pylon on. I would think it's the high side.
Yeah, probably the left
So
side.
if they're coming from that angle, because I think his bunk, yeah, that's where I was going to think. He's going to put the bunker on the low side.
So this could work a lot better.
Yeah.
For FourGateBot.
So I think she's more naturally going to have, if that's the way it goes, she'll more naturally be coming into a concave.
Yeah, she comes from the south. Yeah, I think we're going to have some of that clumping problem again.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the turret placement that he eventually puts down, again, will dictate a little bit. If it's on the bottom side, which I think it will be, then it may not be the first point of contact. The bunker might be.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is the low side. So so that's potentially more problematic. I don't know how big a difference it's going to make, but it means that there's a little bit more of a wraparound to get in. And I think it covers the tank a lot better. So this is spotted. There's the gateway, though, so not blocked. But the Marines here are going to be the problem. They're going to take this out. Yeah, there you go.
Oh. And FourGateBot just quit.
Yeah.
Just wait. So wait, was that a crash, or did FourGateBot literally just give up and
I think that might
realize
be,
like I just?
Yeah, I think that might be a surrender because that's a pretty easy calculation to know that that's not going to stay up.
Yeah. I think we just had our first official ProBots rage quit.
There you go. That's it.
Epic. Wow. I wasn't expecting it to end that quick. All right. That's it.
It makes sense. So that is what happens when you let a GSL player go to bot. You're going to get the occasional rage quit. I would have thought it would be Naniwa's bot, but either way.
No, he doesn't. He just pro brushes. He doesn't rage quit.
Yeah.
All right. So congratulations, BenBotBC. You have made it into the round of 8. Big props. FourGateBot, you're going to the scrap pile. Hopefully we do see FourGate again next season. Again, tons of potential there.
I think a few tweaks, just kind of backup plans, maybe. Like she kind of had the mindset, I think, of just making like the tightest build and seeing if that works.
Yeah.
But it's very static in that sense. But I think adding a little bit to it to just have like a bit of a backup plan sometimes would make that sort of thing work. Maybe sending out 2 probes, maybe. I mean, again, I know the idea is to make it as tight as possible, but you can probably spend the extra resources to add some redundancy and make sure it works.
Yeah. Well, I do hope we do see FourGateBot back. Because it would be nice to see that continue to evolve. Because every season it does get a little bit crisper that we've seen it. But let's go ahead and take a look at our round of 8. We have it, everybody. We are through our group stages. We did it. We have our 8 of our bots have been eliminated. 8 remain, and this will be our next few weeks. So we've got 2 more weeks of normal gameplay. Next week, we'll be doing our round of 8. So all 4 matches you see there. And then the week after, we will be doing our... Yeah, how does that work, actually? Oh, yeah, because we don't have a lower bracket now. So is that then the grand finals, week 7?
Yeah, because this is week 5, right? So yeah,
That's
the
1,
next
2,
is
3.
week 6, and then 7 is usually our finale. Yeah.
Well, we usually do 7 normal weeks and then a finale. But this time,
I don't know.
week 7 must be the finale.
Maybe.
Okay.
Let's see what we're doing. Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, this is actually going to be a little bit quicker of a season this year, just by 1 day, 1 broadcast. So not a huge difference, but all right. So yeah, just 2 more weeks left of ProBots in its entirety for this season. So make sure you bookmark everything and thumbs up and come back and watch these games, because again, next week we'll start a round of 8, and then our final day, our round of 4, will be our finals. And awesome, cool stuff. It's looking good. Who do you think is going to take it all? Is it going to be Eris?
Yeah.
You think Eris? Yeah. Let us know. Let us know who you think is going to win. We'll do some more polls as well. But Evil Zoe could. Yeah, Evil Zoe's got a shot, I think.
Oh, yeah.
-0 definitely has a chance.
Are we gonna maybe throw out some bracket prediction, like for people to do? I know it's not.
We could do that now.
We could do that now that we're at the bracket stage.
Ooh, let's do that for next week. Let's try to plan that. I don't know how that worked in the group stages, because the group stages is part of it, right? Or no, now we have a totally new bracket.
It's the fact that we couldn't do it in the group.
We could do it now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody, next week or this week, we'll get some prediction brackets out, or a link to that in Challenge, and you can go make predictions.
What we'll do, if people are watching this later, if Drekken can, in the description below will be the link to the challenge brackets.
There you go.
And then you can make a prediction. Will that work, Drek? Good.
There you go.
That's what we'll do. So people watching live, check back once this is posted, and most of you actually don't watch live, so it's probably down there now.
Yes. So everybody click that link, get your predictions in. We'll set that up tonight. And yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll do some more predictions as well, our own, and discuss a little bit more in depth those predictions tomorrow during PostBots. Come hang out live if you're in the ESChamp Crown Club. And what else we got? Do all the YouTube stuff, the thumbs up, the like, the cheer, the whatever the hell you got these days.
Join the Crown Club.
Join the Crown Club. That's the biggest, best way to support ESChamp. So join it. And that's it. We did it. We eliminated 4 bots at Endersword.
We did.
We have got our round of 8. Things are looking good here on ESChamp.
And we got you your ace match.
And I got an ace match.
Yeah.
Hot damn. Look at that. All right, I think it's dinner time. I'm going to go eat.
Yes.
So thank you all for being here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us from week to week. And hopefully we'll see you again next week as we hop into our round of 8, our second to last week of ProBots. We're getting close to the end of the season. Thank you again to our production crew. Always doing a good job. And shout out to all of our bot authors. Without you, this would not be possible. Go check out AIarena.net to get more information on how you can get qualified for ProBots and get a bot of your own on the ladder and start winning some games. So, all right, that's it. We're done. Everybody go home. We'll see you next week, or we'll see you tomorrow if you're in the Crown Club. Have a good night.
Okay, bye.
Bye.